What is up, guys? Today we are back with another video, and today, guys, we are gonna be kind of just talking about
This will all be over soon.
Agatha all along. Now this is kind of gonna be my first one. Now I haven't finished Agatha all along. I'm on episode 8. And I'm about 30 minutes away from being finished. I think it's like 38 minutes, it says. Until it's gonna be like finished, you know, that episode. So I haven't fully finished it, but I kind of want to talk about it because I saw a lot of people, you know, talking about it, and you know, they're saying it's bad, and they're right, it is bad. Like, it's not a very good show. But, like, then again, what did you expect? You know what I mean? Like, it was actors that, didn't care about Marvel. I mean, I don't even, minus Agatha, I don't think they've been in any superhero one. There's a lot of old people, you know, like, I don't blame them for not being in the movie. And, like, you know, you can go back to, I know, in the first Spider-Man movies, especially, like, Aunt May, for example, she had never been in it, but, like, you know, she's still a really good character. She's still, like, and she did her job really well, and like you know, you can say that about Agatha, you know. Well, that doesn't change anything, but I think the thing about it is they don't know anything. Like, they don't even like kind of have an understanding of like what's going on, you know, like
Useless.
and like you know, I feel like with the case of Aunt May in the first Spider-Man movies and whatnot, is, well, this was like the first thing they were doing. They weren't, they weren't, you know, doing anything crazy. They weren't trying to, like, this was literally the first Marvel thing. Of course, they're not going to have, like, anything crazy, you know? But, like, Marvel's grown so big, and I feel like...
I built the neural interface.
I have a theory that if you, had taken her and had done, like, a quiz of Marvel, she probably would get more answers right, or maybe not answers right, but closer, you know. I mean, I feel like she probably, you could probably give her questions about, you know, these current stuff. You know, she would probably get more questions right than all of the characters in that show, like, all together. Like, put them all together, against the actor for Aunt May. I think the actor for Aunt May is going to win. Like, I'm not even joking. I would put money on it.
Your rescue of Osborn, despite his hatred, affected me. I must return home.
And I feel like...
Hey, I think I'm actually gonna miss you and your death troopers.
Unfortunately, my agents will stay. Though I question our work, they do not. And Osborn continues to pay. I'm sorry.
So close to being good news.
Indeed. I will miss you and your bizarre witticism, Spider-Man. Until we meet again.
What a strange, violent lady.
And I think the thing about, you know, like, they were kind of talking, but like the whole premise of it is,
Gotta love staple agents. Always showing up where they do the least good.
they have this trope where it's, and I don't really like this trope where like no one knows or no one is going to remember except for a handful of said people that are the main characters. You know, only the main characters, and I'm sure at the end it's gonna be a little bit different, but like if we're just taking all the new, I mean, like if we're talking about like the outside world, right? The world building, not just of these movies, but like, you know, of the civilians. And I'm not saying like I obviously like Infinity War and Endgame, even though they really don't know much about Infinity War, and they don't know the whole story about Infinity War and Endgame. Like they at least like understand that stuff happened, and it's probably one of those things where there's a lot of conspiracy theories, you know? Like no one really knows exactly what happened, but people just know that something happened. And I think that's what makes this makes it so interesting, is the fact that, you know, they don't actually know exactly what happened. But with this, they don't even know that, you know, Agatha exists. And I know, you know, I can say that about, I know a lot of people liked, No Way Home, and that's a story for another time. That's a big example of like I'll probably get into that some other day. But I think what the problem is with like Agatha is people were expecting, like I was talking to my girlfriend, she thought Wanda was gonna be in it. Well, why would Wanda be in it? She's dead, you know? Like, they're not gonna introduce her in there. Like, I think even Marvel is not stupid enough to do that, bro. Like Marvel knows this is a terrible idea of a movie. They're just, they probably are trying to just use as many characters as possible for whatever reason. I think it's one of those things where you look at the game and you're kind of like, okay, why does it... Like, why did said people do said thing? You know, like, why did they decide to make this? And I actually don't even know. Like, even after watching it, and, you know, I know it's out, I know all the episodes are out, I still don't understand why they did what they did. Like, it doesn't really make much sense to me, even now. Which is kind of funny, because I feel like I should know, you know, at least their thought process. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad this, movie exists. I mean, this show exists. You know, I'm really glad it does, because if it didn't, we wouldn't have comedy interviews, you know. But I'm also not gonna say it's the worst thing. I mean, there is way worse things that we've gotten over the years. I mean, I feel like I can say just in the past, like, 6 months we've gotten worse stuff. Like, you know.
One less stable observation post.
Also, you guys can't be like, oh, what? They did that? That they did that terrible said thing? Yeah, of course they did. What did you expect them to do? You understand who these people are. You understand who is making this show, right? Like, and you can go and watch kind of the premise of it. You know, I'm not here to do it. I was only half paying attention to like a couple of the end of the episodes that I've been doing. Like, you know, I'm gonna watch it obviously, but I'm not paying crazy attention to it because, frankly, I don't really like it. You know, I'm only watching it because it's kind of Marvel related, and I kind of really like Marvel. And it's probably gonna bite me in the butt if I don't do it. I still haven't watched Captain Marvel 2. I really need to. I just need someone to torture with. Maybe I'll torture some of my Discord group with it. I think that would be kind of fun. We can kind of just laugh at it. But like, you know, like, also, like, I'm not really sure why you thought it was gonna be good. Like, you know, like just kind of like take it into like kind of just look at what we've gotten in the past, right? Like kind of look at the past since Endgame, right? Look at the pattern. Were you really expecting it to be something crazy?
It's bad. You need to get that anti-serum here within the hour. And if you can, then you need to get yourself here.
Oh man. But you know what I mean? Like, and the whole premise of it is kind of she's trying to get her powers back. And I'm assuming, obviously I haven't watched it all, but I'm assuming at the end she gets it. You know. And I'm assuming there's stuff with Billy that's happened. He's gonna be a major character because of said thing. Again, I haven't watched it, but, you know, kind of, I've watched all but 1 and like 2/3, so an episode and like 2/3 of an episode I haven't watched. You know.
Well, that's just rude. Here's your stuff.
So I have a sneaky suspicion I know what's going on. Also, bro, I've just been watching Marvel for a really long time. I kind of know what they're going to do. I mean, like, I'm excited for What If Season 3, but I know I'm gonna be disappointed type thing. Like, I'm excited, but gonna be disappointed type thing. Like, I know what I'm getting into, bro. I know how bad this is gonna be, but that doesn't mean I'm kind of excited, you know. I know there's gonna be a couple things that is like, oh my gosh, that's cool. But, like, for the majority of stuff, it's gonna be like, really, bro?
If I keep this up, soon I'll have arrested literally everyone in Rikers. Again.
And, like...
Attention agents, Hudson Town. Command wants an update. Control, we've located the fugitive and are in pursuit.
And I think something that makes, like, you know, like, what were you expecting Marvel to have with this movie? I mean, with this show? Were you really expecting it to be some insane thing where it's completely mind-blowing and, like, it breaks the internet? Nah. I don't think there could be... I don't think that could be there in any universe. You know, assuming that we get, like, good Marvel stuff, you know. Obviously, if this was good, it would obviously make headlines and news. But, like, you know, like, people would be like, really? I did not expect it to be good. But, like, it's...
Super psychos running wild. But I was just
Really, bro?
It's a high-speed chase and indiscriminate gunfire.
But that's kind of what we have over here, you know. But, like, you really should have expected what we got. I'm like, obviously, I'm not a big fan of it. Obviously, who would be? But you know, it's one of those things. Like, if you're mad at it for being bad, you should have expected it. You know. It's not one of those things like Spider-Man 2, the game, where, you know, people, rightfully so, had high expectations, you know.
These Sable guys are worse than telemarketers.
Where they go?
They attacked me. Of course, I'm the criminal here.
Well, I mean, you did just throw, like, over half of them off the building, so. But yeah, sure.
Ground team, what's the status of our position in the West Village? We have ordered a crowd of civilians to disperse and are detaining those refusing to comply.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this... I feel like Marvel fans have this high expectation on things. I mean, I think a lot of just entertainment fans, which aka like everybody, has way too high expectations for things. On the left and the right. Like, it's like, if something's good, all the people on the opposite side of the aisle are gonna say if it's bad. Or vice versa.
I mean...
I'm sick. Everyone is now. My guys all went home to be with their families. I didn't see any reason to stop them.
Hey, come on. I've never known you to give up. We can do this. It'll be okay.
I don't believe that anymore. I did everything I knew how to do. Gave all I had, and things just got worse. It's over. I'm going to my mom's. She's got it too. She's a widow, and no one should be alone when...
I understand. Go. Yuri, thanks for all your help. And thanks for being a friend.
Oh, I think I've seen that before.
Be advised, we're getting reports that a riot has broken out. Incident is ongoing in the West Village.
But, you know... But it's like... I don't know, like, yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool was gonna be really good. Obviously. Yeah, we all knew this. We all knew it was gonna be good. Like, did you really expect it? I mean, just look at the interviews. Like, you can look at the interviews alone and be like, okay, whatever these people made was good. You don't even have to know who these people are to know that whatever they made, it was really good. But yeah, that's kind of just my 2 cents on the, you know, the idea of,
Murder of crows? Is it a cell block of prisoners? Did I get that right?
Clear all units. Reports of escaped prisoners inciting riot. Response needed north of Houston.
Now, was that really worth all the fuss? Well, for me it kind of was.
but yeah. I also feel like, just like the props, like kind of focusing more on the show, which I like vividly remember from the show, because like half of it I don't even remember because it was just so awful, bro. It was one of those movies that you're like, okay, was that an actual movie? There's no way they actually was that an I mean, I don't know why I keep on saying movie. Like show. Like it was like no one's gonna be like, "Oh, what you seriously some of these MCU projects feels like it feels like a fan-made thing just got a bunch of money for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it doesn't feel like an actual Marvel movie, which is kind of crazy. Like if this was like, I don't know, like a fan-made thing, I feel like I'd be like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Like it's one of those things where, like, yeah, that would be pretty. That would have been really cool. Like if somebody managed to do that, that is actually pretty impressive. But this is like a giant studio we're talking about. Expectations are different because you just look at the stuff. Look at the stuff you've made and the stuff that's just been created by you guys. Comics and non. Like, yeah, people are gonna have overly high expectations. They saw one good movie and they were like, okay, well, this was made 20 years ago. And also, bro, I'm not even one of those people that's gonna be like, okay, I'm not even gonna be one of those people that sides with everybody and whatnot, bro. I want to be honest, my least favorite Spider-Man trilogy is the Tobey. Alright? My favorite Spider-Man movie of all time is Far From Home, and second is Spider-Man is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That is my second favorite Spider-Man movie. I'm not. Now, I'm gonna say this. No Way Home was the worst Spider-Man movie. I mean, God, I don't even think it was an actual Spider-Man movie.
Hi, I'm your parole officer. You're
I
doing
mean,
it wrong.
no. It was a great movie, don't get me wrong. But if we're talking about, like, Spider-Man, it was an awful movie if we're trying to compare this to, like, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And, like, the stuff that they could have done with his character. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a terrible movie by any
Maybe
means.
next time just stay in prison. Save us all some hassle.
But, like, it's not a terrible movie in the sense of it being, like, a normal movie. It's a bad movie because you could have done so much, and they advertised it as, like, a multiversal one where, like, all the main characters come in that, like, died and whatnot, right? But that is clearly not what that movie is. I can name, like, probably like 10 different characters from Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Man movies that weren't even in there.
Okay, back to sneaky.
I mean, where was Venom? Where was Eddie? Where was Eddie Brock from Tobey's movies? That's what I want to know. Also, wouldn't it have been crazy to see, like, Gwen Stacy? Like, Andrew's Gwen Stacy? Like, that would have been insane, bro. How about, Harry Osborn from Tobey Maguire? Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Hold on. It's like a face-off. Could you imagine at the end of the battle, we have two green, goblins fighting each other father and son. But no, they decided to be lazy and just half-ass it.
Hey, if you want to go back to jail that bad, how can I refuse?
Also, bro, like I know, like it's a great movie and whatnot. Like it's crazy the stuff they did, but you could have done so much more. Like don't advertise it as like the big Spider-Man thing. Realistically, I can say that about the Spider-Verse movies too. I mean, the first one was pretty good, but the second one, they just dishonor literally every single superhero, you know.
Control, rooftop outpost under fire from demons.
Like, they literally just
Weird cat lady on a rooftop near here.
disrespect, you know, basically every single Spider-Man in the entire world. Like, no, I'm not talking about that. Those flags that were in a scene for like half a millisecond. No. I'm talking about like the actual story. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, oh, there was a trans flag. Bro, I do not care. Okay? And if I don't care, you probably shouldn't care, bro. Don't give me the excuse that, I know I'm going on a tangent, by the way. But don't give me an excuse that that there was a trans flag and so you aren't gonna watch it, bro. Let's be honest. If that was your thing for all media, you wouldn't be watching any superhero movies. Like, let's be honest. Like that. Let's actually be honest. That. Have you not seen like a single superhero movie in the last like forever? Have you ever seen any movie minus from the Daily Wire? Like, bro, you got the Daily Wire and that's about it. Because most YouTubers got that same stigma too. So like you can't even watch YouTubers now if that's your stigma, bro. Like you got like the movies from like the 90s and beforehand, and then you got like the Daily Wire, and that's about it. You are not. Honestly, you are a. This is your job. You don't. Oh my gosh. You don't get to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this." Bro, this is your job. You'd be fired if you told your boss, I'm not doing this because it goes against my moral code, bro. And what moral code? It's there for half a second, bro. You've done this a bajillion different times. I forget. You know who I'm talking about, too. I forget her name, but there was some girl that did it. Like, don't come at me being like, oh, I'm religious. Screw you. Okay? Don't get mad at me. This is your actual job. Do your job. You know what I mean? But, I mean, you know, you can complain about that part of the movie all you want. But if you're just not gonna watch it, like, is that really gonna be your stigma? You know, like you know, like all the Hollywood actors have that idea, you know? Like, you aren't being morally good. You aren't... You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know.
You guys have it bad.
You hypocrite. And bro, I agree with you. I agree with the people who are like, yeah, bro, I don't like that this was in it. But you can't be like, oh yeah, this was in it, therefore I'm not gonna watch it whatsoever. Like, that's not how this works, bro. Let's be honest. If this was any other thing, you'd be like, you know, she's over here going back to the topic of the video. You're doing you were doing a video on Agatha All Alone. I feel like if anything, you probably shouldn't be watching Agatha All Alone. Like, you know, if you aren't gonna watch a Spider-Man movie, then why are you watching Agatha All Alone? Like, if anything, Agatha All Alone is even worse. I mean, it's a worse movie, worse television thing. It's woke. It's not a good story. There's nothing good about the show, you know. But then you're going to watch it, but there's a good thing with amazing animation, and there's, what, one, maybe two different scenes. What, there's the one with the flag in her room, and then there is, I think I saw somebody say that the cop dude, Captain Stacy, had some trans flag, whatever, or badge. I don't even remember. I didn't see that. But also, another thing to mention, I mean, in this game, it has pride flags. This was made, what, 2017? And this has pride flags. So why aren't you... Actually, they could have just added it in. Oh, I thought that was one. I mean, I know in this video I passed by one 2 or 3 times. It's not a...
Yuri, a group of escaped inmates looks like they've gotten their hands on some serious firepower.
Last thing we need right now is a massive shootout on a residential street. Is this something you can handle quietly?
Quietly might be pushing it, but I can do it without a massive shootout. There might be a bunch of webs around, though.
I'll take it. Good luck.
Wait, so, like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like this, like, you know, and I know there's not many people that did that. I know she's, like, the only one, but there's people in the community that will do stuff like that, and it's like, okay, well, like, this is your job. You are supposed to do this. Like, don't get mad at me when I tell you, like, this is your whole channel. This is, like, your actual whole channel. Like, that was really fast. Like, this isn't like, oh, this is part of your channel. This is your entire channel. And the second there's a good movie, you're like, okay, this is terrible. Like, what are you talking about? This is the entire thing. This is the whole thing about, you know, Wolverine and Deadpool. It was a really good thing, but then people found one bad thing, quote unquote bad thing. I mean, in this case, yeah, it's bad, but like, they find one slightly bad thing, they say it, the F word a couple times. I know it's like over 100, but you get what I mean. Like, bro, you should have expected it, and also what you aren't contributing anything. Okay, you don't like it. Why? Oh, you're a crazy Christian. Okay. And no, I am not saying that because I'm not a Christian. I am a Christian. I'm just...
Spider-Man, I'm getting reports of shots fired.
I can confirm that. They're not hitting anyone, though.
Try to keep it that way.
Since I'm the only one they're aiming at, I am totally on board with that.
But, like, I feel like that's what this thing is. That's what, you know, they have this stigma of this stuff, that it's supposed to be this way, but I'm not really quite sure where they're getting this thought process, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, like I knew going into Agatha All Alone that it was gonna be woke. Everybody knew that, everybody in the community, so don't get me the I didn't know this was gonna be in it, bro. You knew, because this is like your entire job. You knew that this was gonna happen, don't lie. You knew that it was gonna be the wokest, Marvel, the gayest Marvel project, or whatever their stance is. I feel like that's kind of a weird thing, but I think everybody agreed with that. But I mean, it also wasn't even gay, so I'm not even really a lesbian. That's saying this nicely. I think they had like, the normal amount of gay character kissing scenes. Like it wasn't like anything surprising. I mean, it was surprising for Marvel, obviously, but in terms of just media, it was like, oh, is this what you're calling gay? Is this like if you're gonna try to make that stance, why don't you like actually make that stance? Like don't be like don't half-ass it and be like, okay, well you see we had one boyfriend call other boyfriend one and we had two girls kiss each other for 5 milliseconds. Bro, is that really your... Like I always say this, not on this channel, but just in real life. Like, if you're gonna commit a crime, actually do the crime well, like if I'm gonna read you in the news and you just shoot up somewhere, like, don't like half-ass it. I remember there was, a while back, there was this dude that managed to take a tank
Captain,
from like a
the inmates
military
and all their
base,
guns are
right?
webbed up and waiting.
Thanks.
No, it wasn't
No way
armed
we're
or
gonna take it
anything,
without collateral
but this
damage.
man, I think he had a tank on like the highway for like 3 hours. And the craziest part is not a single person was hurt, which is almost hilariously bad, and I feel like that like if you're gonna steal a tank from a military base where you worked at, you gotta kill at least one person. There wasn't even somebody damn hurt. It was just property. Or like cars mainly. I think it was mainly on just the highway. But look, see? Pride flag. And I guarantee you play this game. I know you were talking about Spider-Man 2. I know you were doing this. I know. And this is in every single game. There was literally a mission in Miles Morales. Oh wait, no, I think that was Black Lives Matter. Anyways.
Electro trying to destroy our power grid. The vocal
And
screaming death from above. Spider-Man egging them both on in the very heart of our city, brawling like children. Lethal children. Pitching a
And
tent
I feel like the thing that drives me insane is that these people are on their high horse trying to be the better person. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be honest, they're trying to make it look like they're the better person. They have these moral codes. They're perfect. They're good. They're all these things, bro. You don't like the movie, okay? Yeah, I don't like the movie either. But like, don't try to be like, oh, I'm the best person ever, bro. Like, really? That's kind of silly, bro. You or like, oh, I don't like movie, therefore I'm a really good person. That's not how this works, bro. You're just stating facts, okay? Like, don't get on your high horse, bro. We agree with you. Don't overdo it, type thing. But you know what I mean? Like, don't overdo it. You're...
Be advised, we're getting reports that a riot has
Nice
broken
thing
out.
about staying in the jumpsuits, you don't have to change clothes.
But you know what I'm talking about. Like there's people that are doing that all the time. There's people that are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Billy did said thing. Like, what are you on about? You knew this was gonna happen. And if you didn't, you're kind of dumb. I'm sorry to inform you of that, but like we all knew this was what was gonna happen, bro. it wasn't surprising to me. It wasn't surprising to anybody. If anything, I was actually
Hammerhead's got so many dudes
not
on the
as
payroll.
surprised as what I got. You know, like I was like, okay, this is gonna be really bad, and then it was just mediocre, and I was like, really? Like you guys were saying how terrible this show was gonna be. Obviously, it was terrible, but like, my expectations were very low, and then I was like, oh. So then it kind of made it like better in like a weird, twisted way. It made the show better because I was like, oh, they're gonna have kissing like 24/7. Like I was thinking this was gonna be like a Cornhub 2.0. You know, like better story in like a Cornhub type thing with, you know, like that's what they were making it out to be. Nah, bro, they just kissed like 3 times max. You know. Oh no, there's no straight people that are kissing another straight person, so therefore it's super gay. No, not really. They literally just kissed 3 times, and it's like there's literally a total of maybe 30 seconds worth of gay/lesbian stuff, bro.
1043.
If anything, there's actually more lesbian stuff than there is there's more lesbian stuff than there is gay stuff. You know what I mean? Like there is way more. I mean, I know sometimes people like to, you know, combine the two, but like if we're like actually taking these terms into consideration, there's like what, like 15 seconds max worth of gay people. I'm like, that's not even the worst. Like, it's mainly in like, what, he goes to a party with his boyfriend and whatnot. But then the party looks really weird. Like, if anything, they're more so bashing religion than they are being gay. You know? Like that scene where they're at that party. Yeah, it's really more so like really like you're really more so like shaming a religion because you're doing it than like actually accomplishing what you are saying you're doing. Like you know, it's really just more so, oh, somebody is really mad and you kiss for like 5 seconds and so now everybody's mad for that reason. But like it wasn't actually like crazy gay. It was obviously gay, but you know, it was more so, it was like disappointing. Like I was like, okay, like I'm gonna be disappointed, but then I wasn't as disappointed, so then I was more disappointed that I wasn't as disappointed, but I also, in that same sentence, was also not disappointed because I was glad it wasn't as bad as I thought. You know, like it's a very weird way to like describe it.
Control. Violation of martial law statute.
Also, if you're somebody that thought we were gonna see
Eyes on further action.
like Wanda, like why did you think we were gonna see Wanda? Wanda's dead. Like, do you really think Wanda's gonna show up in Agatha all along? Like, also, like, I feel like we would have expected to see it, you know, like it was like the last episode. I remember people were saying that when episode 8 came out, right before episode 8 came out, they were still saying that. I even saw a couple of people saying that in the last episode before it got released. Like, bro, really, you really think he's gonna just show up, like, just gonna show up in the last episode? Like, what? Why? That's like crazy, bro. Like that. Like, you know, like, yeah, they did that in She-Hulk, but also nobody knew about Sakaar or whatever the kid's name is, bro.
Great news. You all won an island vacation. Rikers Island.
But yeah. But that's, yeah. Get into the black. The black man. Racist. Just kidding. But yeah, that's kind of just my 2 cents on Agatha All Alone. Again, I haven't finished it, but like, I mean, do I really need to? It's not like I need to watch it all, and obviously I will. But I probably won't make a video on it because I've kind of already had my talked about my stance on it. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy and want me to do more commentary, well, I don't even know if this would be determined as commentary, but yeah, if you want me to talk about like stuff like this, Marvel related or DC or whatnot, feel free. I mean, we'll just do like Marvel or Fortnite or whatever games you kind of see me playing. But yeah. But if you like do want to see me like talk about something like this, feel free. I really wouldn't be opposed. And I wouldn't really be that mad. But yeah. Like I love talking about kind of stuff like this, so if you guys do want me to talk about it, I definitely will. Especially if it's some new Marvel project or something, you know. But yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe and comment what your is this another thing? I think it is. It might be over there. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, hold on. I gotta make that cool, bro. Hold on. But yeah. Oh, also don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, boom. See you guys in the next video. Peace.